A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. The solute is the substance present in the smaller amount. The solvent is the substance present in the larger amount. Here are some common examples. An electrolyte dissolved in water conducts electricity. A non-electrolyte dissolved in water does not conduct electricity. Look at this experiment. It shows clearly non-electrolyte, no conduction of electricity, weak electrolyte, poor conduction, and strong electrolyte, very strong. What conducts electricity in solution? It is the cations and the anions. Strong electrolytes are 100% dissociated. An example is sodium chloride, dissolved in water, forms sodium ions and chloride ions. All salts are strong electrolytes. Weak electrolytes are not completely dissociated. Here's an example showing acetic acid. It partially dissociates into acetate ion and hydrogen ion. The double arrows indicates an equilibrium is established. Hydration is when an ion is surrounded by water molecules. Notice that the positive ion and the negative ion have the water molecules in different orientations. That is because water is a polar molecule, meaning that it has a slightly negative end and a slightly positive end. Non-electrolyte does not conduct electricity. There are no cations and anions in the solution. Glucose dissolved in water becomes simply aqueous glucose. Here's a table that classifies solutes in aqueous solution. Precipitation reactions. A precipitate is an insoluble solid that separates from solution. Here's a picture of lead iodide. The molecular equation shows that lead nitrate, when reacted with sodium iodide, will form a precipitate, a solid, of lead iodide plus sodium nitrate aqueous. If we break it up into ions, we have the ionic equation. Lead ion plus nitrate ion plus sodium ion plus iodide ion form lead iodide plus sodium ion plus nitrate ion. We often write the net ionic equation, which shows only the ions involved in forming the precipitate. Lead ion plus iodide ion forms the lead iodide. What about the sodium and the nitrate? They are spectator ions. Here's a graphic showing the precipitation of the lead iodide. Notice that the iodide, the lead, the nitrate, and the potassium are all surrounded by water molecules. Finally, there's an association between the lead and the iodide forming the precipitate. The potassium and the nitrate are still floating around. They are spectator ions. Here's the picture of the actual formation of the lead iodide. Solubility rules. When will precipitation occur? Solubility is the maximum amount of solute that would dissolve in a given quantity of solvent at a specific temperature. This table is very important. Unfortunately, you have to memorize it. Here are some nice pictures of precipitates. Cadmium sulfide, lead sulfide, nickel hydroxide, and aluminum hydroxide.